Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 9th June 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol TRSV nectar NECTAR nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous videos. So let us start talking about today's video. In the past few videos, we have been discussing in detail about how a person is born in an orbit in this world in a particular living entity, in a particular birth, but due to his own willpower, perseverance, and hard work, can change from one orbit to a superior orbit sooner or later if he or she tries to do so. That is the method of improvement and evolvement in this world. In this process, we have discussed several case histories from business and from the Bollywood industry of India, which is a film industry. Yesterday, we discussed about some actors in this matter. We have already discussed about industrialists. Before proceeding further, let me remind you that there is another proverb which is equally applicable to those who change their orbits. It is called man proposes and God disposes. In many cases, several living entities have to, or deliberately or with preference, change their orbit according to their own whims, fantasies, tastes, and preferences. We shall talk about a few case histories from this Bollywood to vouch for this particular statement and this particular subject about orbits. The first is the case of a person called Mr. Chitragupta Srivastava. Mr. Chitragupta Srivastava was born in November 1926 in the state of Bihar in India. He was a well-educated person who began his career in this world as a professor of economics in one college in Bihar. He was an intelligent and educated person who was quite capable as a professor in his particular chosen subject. However, this person had a hobby or a desire to become a musician. He was addicted to music. Hence, one day this person resigned from his job as a professor and decided to change his orbit into full time music and becoming a music director. At that time, this person relocated to the headquarters of the film industry in Mumbai or Bombay, the capital of Maharashtra in India. While Bihar is in India, East India, Maharashtra is in West India. This person traveled all along to Bombay and relocated there and began struggling as a music director. Soon he found success in the film industry and gave several notable and popular numbers in the Hindi film industry. Later on, the Bhojpuri film industry came into existence, and very soon this person became a very powerful personality in the music industry in Bhojpuri film industry. So much so that when he ultimately passed on in 1990 or 91, he was hailed as the king of the Bhojpuri film industry music. We see that this person was born in a reasonably respectable and educated family. He got educated and started as a professor, which was probably a an apt career for people of his particular family, community, and surroundings. However, such a person took a drastic step and changed his complete orbit into an absolutely alien in the field for people of his community. He became not only a music director, he did not just succeed as a music director in the film industry in Hindi, but he ultimately ended up as the king of Bhojpuri music industry. Second is the case of one gentleman called Shakti Samanta. This person hailed from a place called Bhopal in the state of Madhya Pradesh in India. This guy got educated, but he wanted to make it big as a film actor in the Bollywood film industry. With dreams in his eyes and with little amount in his pocket, he came to Mumbai and began struggling, but he found no success. However, he continued to hang on to struggle a little more. To make both ends meet, he became a school teacher in a place called Khopoli in a suburb of the same Bombay. This time he continued to struggle in the film industry also. One day he came across a veteran film actor who told him that instead of becoming a director, he must instead of becoming an actor, this guy must try to become a film director, which would make him more successful. Mr. Shakti Samanta agreed. He became an assistant to a famous director in Bombay and soon branched out on his own. Initial teething troubles ensued, but soon this guy found success as a film director and began making movies after movies. In the year 1957, he made one of the best and most super hit films, which was called Howrah Bridge, with the same actor who had advised him to become the director as the hero of that particular movie. This movie became his super hit film, and this man became famous overnight. Rest was history. A day came 10 or 15 years later when he became something of an icon as a film director and producer, and he gave several hit and super hit films. He made a lot of money and settled down in the same film industry in India. Today, his own family owns a very successful production house and other businesses. Third is the case of a gentleman called Mr. Subhash Ghai. This gentleman belonged to the city of Delhi, which is the capital of India. His father was in the dental goods business. This Mr. Subhash Ghai decided to become a film actor. He joined the Film Institute in Pune, Maharashtra in the early 60s. He came out with flying colors, and he and other institute students like him launched a movie called Umang in which he acted. After some time, he found some degree of success both in the Hindi as well as Punjabi film industry as an actor. However, he was not satisfied with the degree of success that he had achieved. Soon he joined one famous writer as his assistant and soon became an expert story cum script writer. After doing this, he wrote one particular story and went around trying to sell it, but to no avail. Ultimately, he came across one of his own batchmates in the institute who was now a successful actor. Mr. Subhash Ghai requested that person to bail Mr. Subhash Ghai out. That guy told Mr. Subhash Ghai to approach a well known producer in the Indian film industry, saying that if that person produced this movie, this actor would like to do the role of that particular story or film. Mr. Subhash Ghai was launched as a director in that particular film. It became a super duper duper hit called Kali Charan. Once it became a hit, this man started getting notoriety as a director. He gave several other hit films till one day he gave a series of mega hit blockbuster movies and became known as one of the icons and living legends of production and direction in the Indian film industry. As in the case of Mr. Shakti Samanta, who changed his orbit from graduate to school teacher to struggling actor to director and to producer. Similarly, Mr. Subhash Ghai started his career as a student in the film industry to become an actor. Then he changed his orbit for the first time by becoming a mere moderate actor in several movies. Then he changed his orbit into a scriptwriter, then director, then producer, then both, and ultimately ended up as a movie mogul. Similarly, there was one person who hailed from Punjab and whose uncle was a mechanic or a workshop owner in Mumbai. This person, howsoever, had dreams of making it big as a lyricist, poet, and writer. Lo and behold, believe it or not, this writer began his career as a mechanic. He was born on 18th August 1934 and his name or his pen name was Gulzar. Soon he got an award for one of his lyrics in a very famous movie called Mahal. Later on, he became an assistant to a successful film director called Mr. Hrishikesh Mukherjee. In the late 60s, he launched himself as an independent director. Thus, from a mechanic, he changed his orbit into a lyricist, then to the assistant director, and now as a director. The movie that he made became a mega hit and he was launched successfully as a director of very good movies. He made several hit films and is today known as a living legend and icon in the film industry for winning several awards in lyrics, storytelling, and direction. He is an icon in the Indian film industry. Thus, we know about four cases which tell us that if there is a will, there certainly is a way to make it big in this world, and we should persevere to do or try for hitting a bull's eye in our own purpose in life. Every one of us has a purpose in life. Lucky are the few who know this and who can understand what their inner psyche tells them to do. Whatever their purpose is based on their past karma and destiny. They should pick up a thread and follow it till the goal is reached, whether material or spiritual. Success comes to those who dare and act. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. There are many cases where people jumped into the unknown due to some gut feeling and found that it was not as bad as initially they were told it would be. They do succeed today or tomorrow or day after, but succeed they do. And ultimately, it is success in their own chosen field or line in this world, whether it is material or spiritual. The ultimate aim is to complete all our karma and destiny, including the sanchit karma of our past births, then get self realization, get liberated from repeated births and deaths in this world, and ultimately get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We must never lose heart in this process. If we concentrate and focus on the bull's eye, success is certainly expected to come to us, if not today, then tomorrow. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular subject and these case histories. Please give me your expert opinions, thoughts, ideas, and views so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSB Raghavan.